Hi, Bible Revival, Nick Renna. We're on our journey. Our journey from Paul, Jerusalem, to go to Rome to plead his case in front of Caesar. And God assured them, now it's a storm going. We left off with the big storm, like in life. And now the higher-ups are listening to Paul, who said, don't worry, we're going to lose cargo, but we're not going to lose our lives, and we're going to lose the ship. So they were starting to listen to him after ignoring him. They're on the journey through the Mediterranean. So it's like really bad situation. So God says he'll do in your life what he plans on doing. His mission will be done. But if you delay it by not listening, if you delay it by keeping an ear closed, it won't penetrate. So he's knocking on your door. So thanking God so now, Paul, the sailors go like this. I ain't listening to this guy. I see land over there. Hey, he tells his other sailor buddies, let's go into the little lifeboats and get out of here and save our own skin. And what do the centurions do? They cut the ropes so that the sailors could not escape on their own, because they started to believe Paul, hey, that's not part of the equation. We trust that what this guy said will be okay. We're not going to lose our lives. So Acts, we're in Acts 27 and 28, verse 30. Some of the sailors were seeking to escape, as we said. They lowered the boats, and Paul said to the soldiers, unless these men stay in the ship, you can't be saved. That's not part of this faithful journey. So they cut the ropes, as I said. Verse 33, as the day was about to dawn, Paul urged them to take some food, saying, okay, today's the 2 weeks of without food, and therefore he says, this food will give us strength, because we're going to need strength. I don't want to fast forward, but later they're going to have to swim. But I don't want to say that. But for not a hair on your heads, none of us are going to perish. He repeated that. And when he had said these things, what did he do? They sat down to end this fast. So they sat down to eat, and he took bread, and he gave God thanks in the presence of all of these people. Imagine the silence. He's running the show. The prisoner. He broke the bread. Hey, sounds like Last Supper. He took bread and gave thanks to God. There's a storm going on. There's chaos. There's havoc. There's fear of men. Tough men, not wimps. These guys are rugged, and they're scared. And here's Paul, maybe this high. So he broke the bread, gave thanks to God in the presence of all of them, and he began to eat. Then they were all encouraged and ate some food themselves, because they saw sometimes you don't eat when you're in panic. Paul was eating, and then they saw him and they said, oh, let us eat now, like the fear is over. And when they had eaten enough, they lightened the ship, throwing all the rest of the food that they didn't use overboard to lighten it so it wouldn't sink. So the key today is, here's Paul giving thanks. The end result hasn't even happened. They're only in the middle of the storm. But his faith is what it's about. His peace, knowing that even in this storm, his faith is trusting God. And thanking God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. It's in the middle of a storm of your life. Like, thank you, Lord, for putting me through this. You don't know until sometimes you look at the rearview mirror later in life and you go, wow, look at the way that led to that. Thank you, Lord. But Paul sees that. Even Jesus on the cross says, it's over. I did it because I see the purpose of my suffering is to save humanity if they follow me. Okay, so this is some journey, big storm. They're eating now. They're kind of getting a little relaxed. And Paul is thanking God ahead of time. That's faith. Okay, great journey. We're going to continue again. Okay, bye-bye.